of yours, all right? Now, whatever happens, I do not want police in this house. Do you understand?
Yo, that's from
real gangster.
Yeah, that's
Israeli.
that's real right there. That's from one of my favorite series to watch right now. It's fresh, it's new. It's on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. on FX. It's the series called Snowfall, ladies and gentlemen.
Snowfall.
Yeah.
Brought to you by the co-creator, the EP, the director, the writer, our good friend John Singleton, who's back. John, man, that's the most I've seen you in 1 year, bro. We was just here, and here we are again. And you was talking about Snowfall last time you were here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, hey, this is a story that's been with me since I was like 11 or 12 years old that I've been wanting to tell. You see, the folks that have seen the show, whether or not you're from the West Coast or not, at a certain age, you remember, before crack.
Yeah.
Before crack. You're from Oakland, so
from,
you remember when people used to
pre-crack.
Pre-crack. People used to play ball in the streets.
Yeah.
And when the lady down the street, she was almost like your auntie. If you did something wrong, by the time you got home, you was fucking around. Your mama would, and your daddy would know that you was fucking around, right?
True.
After the drug game happened, that lady was like, no, I'm not in my own business because them little badass motherfuckers might do something.
Yeah,
to me.
she was that
You know
same
what I mean? So
lady.
it's showing the whole breakdown of the community, but also the breakdown of family. So with this show, you fall in love with these characters. I'm calling it the ghetto Game of Thrones because you're going to fall in love with people, but, not everybody makes it. Just like in the game.
It's just like, and it's true to form. Like when I was watching it, it brought back. Well, first of all, we can't continue this conversation without introducing the star of Snowfall, who's someone like new to the States, but somebody who's been putting it down for quite some time, and now his star is truly rising. He got a lot of projects in front of him. They call him Damsel, like Denzel, but his name is Damson Idris, and he's here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, man. So glad to be here.
Yeah, but Denzel is somebody you
coming
said
to America.
You idolize.
Yeah, man. It's insane, man. He's definitely the greatest. Definitely.
Yeah, you're Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come from a really affluent family. Your brothers and sisters all have gone off to do really incredible things that your parents could be proud of, and you went into acting.
Yeah.
After all that education, and but you studied acting.
Yeah.
Right? Talk about that.
So I went to Brunel University for 3 years in London, and I also went to a drama school called Identity.
But he was trying to play, as they say, football.
Yeah. Soccer.
Before that, he was a soccer player.
I wanted to be Ronaldinho, and it didn't work out.
Right. That's like me saying I want to be Michael Jordan. Yeah. I want to be LeBron James.
I know. It's a shame because I can't play basketball at all.
Yeah. So damn.
You need to teach me, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
So what happened? You blew out your knee or something, or what happened with football?
Exactly. Yeah. I got the knee injury, and then I went to university, and then there was an actress in the class, and she said, "Oh, you're really good. You should meet this writer. They're doing a play." I did the play, and then agents came. Femi Ogans from Identity Agency Group. He signed me up, and then the rest was history. Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy listening to him talk. Like, I feel like you're acting in front of me. And then when I watch you as Frankie on Snowfall, you sound so West Coast. You really got the accent. I know that was important to you, that he sound. And not just West Coast. You got to be South Central. It's different, right?
I mean, we know he was listening to Snoop and Cube. And then Dub C. Dub C is the consultant on the show. So Dub is with him every minute of the day.
You gotta talk like this, homie.
Like Dub is like
you have no idea who Dubsy is either, huh?
No, he don't. No,
you know who he is? You knew when you met Dubsy?
I didn't know who he was.
That's a legend,
man. You got a legend.
He called me up. Yeah, crazy, man. He called me up. He was like, what's up? It's Dub C. I'm gonna be your dialect coach. They want to call me a damn dialect coach. You believe that shit? Man, where you at? We rolling. I was like, what? I'm downstairs. How did you know where I live? And we got in the car. We was driving out Crenshaw, and I had Popeyes for the first time with Dub C. I was like, what is Popeyes? Like, he was like, try that biscuit. Dip it in the honey. I was like, okay.
He got scared.
Dip it in the honey. Yes, Mr. Dub C, yes.
But I think
dip it in the honey.
You play, so you call the line well.
You can tell we took him there. You know what I'm saying? We took him there. So,
But you know what I find interesting is because we were younger when that was happening, and we didn't really understand the full spectrum of
I know,
what
but when we was in it, we didn't think, oh my God, the world is gonna end. We was like, you know, it was all good. It was I call it the worst of times, the best of times, the worst of times, because it's like, you know, there's gonna be a party. Somebody might get killed that night, but we still going out. We still going there, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, and you know, with time and everything, to look back on stuff and everything, and you know, it allows me to like look at things in a different perspective. You know, about how people were affected, also how the laws in this country were adversely changed to disproportionately affect Black people, and I call it now a war. You know what I mean? Like they say that I look at three different moments in Black history that really affected us: slavery, and then Jim Crow, because we were trying to get out of the whole bondage of institutionalized racism, and get to slavery from Jim Crow, right? And then crack. I won't even say heroin. I'll say crack, because heroin was like, you know, a certain time and everything. They flooded the streets of heroin to like stop the basically the pro-Black movements of the late '60s, right? To slow people down. But crack was the only thing that could make Black women leave their children. Yeah, like slavery, they could take somebody's kid, but we were trying to get them back.
You're
right?
still crying for your kids.
Even in Jim Crow, but crack made sisters leave their kids, and so it's the whole breakdown of the whole like institution communities that we try to make for ourselves.
The interesting thing I find too, you in the first 3 episodes already, you touch on how it's affecting Frankie, your character's family. You know, is being divided because of this potential you see as, this is the way I'm gonna get out. Yeah. You know, I don't want to be a part of this no more. So this crack is gonna do that. But it also, you show the CIA and its involvement in the crack game, which I think needs to be a constant reminder. How did it all get there? That was important.
Financing a war, a secret war in Central America against communism, as they say. Yeah. You know what I mean? To buy the weapons. And that's a whole undercurrent. That's really the reason, one of the big reasons I wanted to do this, to show how all of these different forces, and they're not thinking about the end result at all. They're just thinking about how to get what they need at that period of time. You know what I mean? No one's thinking about the end result at all.
Let me ask you this, Damson. I was going to call you Damsel. Introduce him to Denzel. Get it over with, please. What was it like? Well, you grew up in a different time period, but it seemed like you might have grew up in a different way. Was your family affluent? Was it a struggle?
Hell no.
Oh, no.
No, they weren't? Okay. Okay.
No, it's crazy. So I've got a single mom who's my hero, and I'm the youngest of 6 kids. I was born in Peckham, so it's southeast London, so it's the exact equivalent of South Central LA in London. And crack came to my neighborhood in 2002.
Okay.
It was really strong there in 2002. And my brothers told me stories about how it was in the struggle. And I'm a 90s baby, so when I first got this role, I didn't know anything about the crack cocaine epidemic.
Damn, that's interesting.
Yeah, I just knew that it was something that was in my neighborhood that was just there. I didn't know its origins, and it kind of floated throughout the world, man.
Yeah. Parallel to what was going on in the States, it was happening in other places around the globe.
Exactly.
That's so diabolical, ain't it?
Yep.
And that's what this shows, you know, in subtle ways, how diabolical these plans or this process has been, and how it's impacted our communities.
Exactly.
I'm just curious, being that
Damsel.
I know, I tried to play it off, but Damson, being that you've got the spotlight on you now. You're a new actor, and a lot of people are looking at you as like, you know, the next coming of this of your career or whatever. But is it difficult transitioning into such an important role on a big series like this? And also, John, do you have a way of kind of reassuring or making people who are fresh-faced as he is to kind of make them comfortable in taking on this kind of a important job?
You want to start?
Yeah. So immediately, as soon as I got the role, I understood that it was responsibility. I remember when Jamie Foxx won his Oscar, he said when he met Poitier, he said, "I'm giving you responsibility." Yeah. And it's really important as an African. It's really important as an African to understand that we have a lot of weight on our shoulders and a lot of kids coming up who look to us the same way I looked at Denzel and Poitier and Morgan Freeman and Forrest Whitaker and Michael B. Jordan and Daniel Kaluuya and John Boyega. Look at all of these people. We all have responsibility. So when taking on a story like this and the impact of the crack cocaine epidemic, I knew instantly that this had to be approached with the utmost prestige and respect towards the people and the culture. And then obviously working with John Singleton, it's not hard to do that.
I mean, when I'm working on anything, I try to make it really comfortable for the actors that I'm working with to just do anything I want them to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we hang together, just, you know, they know I have them creatively. You know what I'm saying? You know, we become part of a creative family. And you know, I get the best performances out of people that way. You know, they're going to go there.
So he took you to South Central. You've been to the hood and everything, right?
I mean, one of the auditions, I had to spend a day in South Central with John just talking American. So
How'd
they
that
called
go?
me up. They was like, you're not allowed to be British. We want you to come to South Central, meet John, be dressed as Franklin. So I had the Dickies on, the white tee, and then we're walking through South Central. And then I'm being American, you know. I'm like, yeah, I'm saying me too like 50 times because I want him to like me. I'm like, oh, me too, me too.
Yeah,
oh, pink's my favorite color too. So then his
Pink's my favorite color too.
So then we meet like a bunch of you know, there's crackheads in the park and that we're sitting down, we're talking about Tupac and Baby Boy, and then
You was talking about Pac and to the crackheads? You and John were talking about
He's talking about history, you know, and the culture.
Yeah.
And then and I'm meeting loads of people in the neighborhood and no one knows I'm British. And then his mum comes. And it all goes downhill. I'm like, oh man, how lovely your hair looks today. She looks at John and goes, he ain't from here, huh? I was like, oh, mom's ruined it for me, man.
Yeah.
But it all worked out in the end.
He got the
man.
part.
He got the part, man. Now, you do well. I watch it. Anybody watches Snowfall, you want to talk with John Singleton or Damson Idris, give us a call, 888-742-3345.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.